Diamonds. What's up, guys? It's Tamika and Jay here. I'm back with another story time video. Excuse me for 1 second, guys. I had to close the door. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty with the door. So anyway, guys, I am back with another story time video. Just coming to shed some light on my life. It's been so many suicides and you know, people that had depression over the past week now. Kate Spade and Chef Anthony Bourdain, and it's just been going on. Robin Williams, and now it's just time for me to come out with my story of depression and, you know, my attempt of suicide. You know, for as long as I've known, since I've been like a teenager, I've dealt with depression. And it's not been like a depression where I believe it, you know, it wasn't really diagnosed. So it wasn't clinical depression. I think I dealt more with depression, like situational depression. I believe that's what it was. For as long as I can go back, y'all, teenage years, I would be depressed over, let's just say, household issues, like with my family. I would get depressed over us being in lack of, let's just say, money, or, you know, holidays where we didn't have money for Christmas gifts, or, you know, and I'm talking about teenagers. So just starting out with teenage years alone, y'all, I can remember trying to, you know, commit suicide. And my mom used to say stuff like, you want to kill yourself? Well, let's make it real easy. Just go stand in front of a bus. So this is what people back in the day used to do. They wouldn't want to take their kids to the doctor or to a psychiatrist. They would literally give them hardcore tough love. You want to kill yourself? I'm going to make it easy for you. Go stand in front of a car that's coming. So my mom used to always tell me, go stand in front of a bus. She didn't say, oh baby, come here, you want to kill yourself? No, I'm going to take you to the house. No, she said go stand in front of a bus. So that woke me up real quick. Like, I don't want to commit suicide by standing in front of a big old bus, like a New Jersey Transit or a Greyhound bus. No way. So that was like my teenage years. So fast forward into my 20s. I was married, divorced. I was depressed over that. I felt lonely. So by the time I was 25, and I'm just fast forwarding the story. So by the time I was 25, y'all, I can remember I was pregnant with my third child. And she wasn't by my ex-husband. I had already had 2 kids, as you guys know, by my ex-husband. Then I got pregnant with my third child by someone else. And so, listen, I was so embarrassed to be pregnant because I grew up in the church. So I was so embarrassed, y'all, to be pregnant with my third child out of wedlock until I walked, literally. I could remember being so depressed. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I can't tell my mom, because you know my mom's a pastor. I can't tell her I'm pregnant out of wedlock. Still married. I fell into a deep depression when I was pregnant with my third child. And that was when I was 25. I fell into such a depression until at that point in time I tried to literally take my life. when I was pregnant with my third child. Literally, I would take knives and try to cut my arm. I would literally take a knife and try to slice my leg. And y'all, the knife would never cut me at all. And I did this in silence. Like, I never told anybody that I want out in my 20s. I never told anybody, because I'm always like the strong one when I'm not going through my own issues. I'm always the strong one. Everybody come to me with their issues. So yeah, when I was pregnant with her at 25, my last one, I can remember, I'm like, I can't have this baby. I would drink vinegar. I was like, I can't have this baby. It's embarrassing. So I'm just going to kill myself and my child. And I would drink vinegar. I would try to fall down the stairs. I would never, ever have a miscarriage, or I would never die. So I ended up having my third child. And, you know, I was okay. Then I ended up breaking up with someone in 2003. My kid was 2, so I ended up breaking up with them in 2003. Once that happened, I fell into another deep depression. I think I was around 27, 28. And at this point, I was depressed day in and day out, y'all. Still never going to the doctor, up until the guy that I broke up with, he ended up coming to visit one day, and he told me, he was like, you need to go to the doctor and talk to somebody. So I went off on him, y'all. I put him out. I'm like, I'm fine. And he was like, no, you're not. Let me tell y'all what I did. I told him to get out. And, you know, I told him to get out my house. And he wouldn't leave. So we ended up, you know, I think we ended up going in his, you know, we ended up getting in his car for something. And so me and him was sitting there talking, and we, you know, he still was telling me, you need to go talk to somebody. You're stressed out. You got 3 kids. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm a Christian. I will pray it off. No, y'all. You need to go talk to somebody. If you are in a depressed state, especially those who have children, and you know that you are literally at your wits end, y'all, and you start thinking suicide, and you literally, you know, start taking objects to yourself, and, you know, yo, ooh. Please talk to somebody. Get some help, because you don't deserve to lose your life. Your kids don't deserve to lose a parent. Your family don't deserve to lose a family member. Get help. I know a lot of times when we go to church, like me, I grew up in the church, so I'm like, I'm gonna pray it away. Whoo, y'all, this is like emotional, but you know, as a single parent, we got so much weighing on us. We got our kids looking up to us. You know, we have to work. We have to do, you know, a lot of things. So it's hard sometimes. So, like, I fast forward into, like, my late, like, 28. When I was in a car with him, you know, we got into it because I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't trying to go to a doctor to see nobody regarding my depression. And we got into it so bad until I was so angry with him for trying to make me go to the doctor, until I put my whole arm through his front window, and I ended up cutting my arm. But let me tell y'all, God is so good. I never touched a vein. Every time I try to attempt suicide, y'all, God never allowed anything to happen to me. So at that point, I did go to the doctor, and I was out of work for almost 2 weeks. They gave me a prescription, but for Prozac, and I mean, y'all, I didn't tell my mom this. My mom don't know this. My brother don't know this. My mom knew that I was a very depressed person growing up, but she didn't know. Cause on the flip side, I was depressed, but I was always a happy kid that everybody wanted to be around. So anyway, to make a long story short, y'all. So I never told, in my adult years, I never told, you know, my mom that, you know, I attempted suicide. I drank vinegar when I was pregnant to try to kill myself. I never told my mom I tried to stab myself when I was pregnant to try to, you know, kill myself. But I was just that depressed. So I went to the doctor, saw, you know, a doctor regarding it. So he let me out of work. He gave me a note for me to be out of work for like a week. No, about 2 weeks. And at that point in time, he gave me like a prescription for Prozac. Let me tell y'all. Well, let me go back a minute. So after I broke up with the guy, after I broke up with him at, I think I was 28. This was 2003. So after I broke up with him, I got real depressed or whatever. I was still going to work, taking care of the kids, but I got real depressed. So one day, y'all, I was in the bathroom and I had some codeine pills. And I attempted to take codeine pills, y'all. And let me tell y'all, those pills,
you eat nice?
yes, those pills that I took, y'all, how about they came right back up? They came right back up. And I started praying. I got a phone call from somebody, and I wasn't going to answer, but then I answered it. And I still never told nobody about, you know, what I was going through in my family or anything like that. But literally, as soon as I took those codeine pills, they came, like I threw them right back up. And I was home by myself that day. My kids was in daycare. So, you know, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. If it wasn't for God and his powerful hand, I would be literally dead from trying to commit suicide and depression. But I said, there's no way, no how I'm going to leave my kids here without a mother. And I don't go through depression now, guys, because I'm telling you, there's so much to live for. If you are someone that is going through depression, don't be in it by yourself. There's depression hotlines. There is suicide hotlines. You can, if you don't want to talk to your friends and your family, you can dial those hotlines. But please talk to somebody. Somebody needs to hear that you made it through so that they can be helped. Because everything you go through is for somebody else. But don't stay there. Let me tell you something. Begin to pray, but call up a hotline if you don't want to talk to anybody. But don't stay in it alone. Please. It's so many people to talk to that can help you through your depression. Like I said, I don't go through now, but I'm hoping my story would definitely help somebody get over what they're feeling, because it's so much to live for. Like I told myself, I'm going to live. I'm not going to die. My kids is going to see me. If we suffer some things, it's okay. God is going to see us through. And I tell y'all, I have not really had a depressed moment in years. I have not tried to commit suicide since I took those codeine pills. And that was almost 15, 16 years ago. And let me tell you something. I'm just one person that made it out alive. It's definitely a dark place. So I tell you, and I plead and beg with you, whoever watches this video that's going through any depression, feeling like they want to commit suicide, please, you got so much to live for. Don't stay in that place by yourself. The world is such a wonderful place, and you can do a lot more living with a story to tell than if you're not here to tell your story. Once again, press that notification button, share, like, comment, and this is just a little bit of my story, and I'm out. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe. Peace.